So you have 2.5 acres here that you're farming with. How do you view that in terms of land? Too much, too little, just enough? What advice would you have for somebody who's starting out?
I think it's too much to really focus on for me at the moment. I think if it was uh, a little better, tighter planned out, and had a little more labor, uh, you could make it hum. But as just a one man and one full time worker, and then we have another part time person that helps on harvest days. Uh, this is too much to really max out. I think that right now we don't have probably half of it planted, um, and so I think with a little less ground, I could be more focused and really get more out of that small amount. But I had this available, and so I kind of just went big on it. You see all this open ground, and you have these visions in your head of being able to grow all this stuff and get to it all. But in reality, there's a lot more management that needs to happen than what I am able to do at this point.
But one thing I don't see around here is, a weed nightmare. So you've done a good job of managing what you have. Now it's not all maxed out in production, but you do have some under tarp, so it's sitting fallow. You've cover cropped some things. You've had longer season crops like strawberries and sweet potatoes in there. You're making use of this land by using up some of this excess that's not under high intensity production with this longer term stuff that just takes up more blocks of time. If you condense this down to say half an acre, for your view of farming, would you be okay just running a high intensive production where you're just turning over beds and not having the cover crops, not having the longer season crops? Or are these longer season things and the cover crops and the block rotation just part of the vision, the ideology of where you want to go with the farm?
Yeah, it's kind of what I started with of having some of those longer season crops and some of the stuff that I saw my grandfather and helped my grandfather growing with sweet corn and purple hull peas and okra. It's like it's kind of in my blood to have that stuff. But I tried and put that idealism in my back pocket a little bit, and only had one row of okra this year instead of seven. So, uh, you know, finding that balance of having the right stuff and the stuff that will sell of those long season crops, I think is helpful. Um, it would be tough to just cut it all out and say I'm only going to grow these high rotation, short season crops and just going to focus down on those few. But it might be what could really put us in another level of profit. So it's definitely something to look at.
It's tough. It's balancing maybe the rigidity of business with the things that are fun that make you want to actually put in some of the hard work out here in the heat on the land.
Right.
One thing this farm is it's certified naturally grown, not certified organic. What's the difference between them and why did you go with certified naturally grown?
So certified naturally grown is a peer-to-peer reviewed. So another farmer comes to do your certification that is certified naturally grown, rather than an independent inspector. Um, it has a lower price point, entry level, and for our customers, getting the CSA going, they weren't demanding certified organic. We're currently not trying to get into grocery stores where the certified organic would give us that price difference. We're the only people at our market that are certified naturally grown, so that definitely sets us out apart already. If we were competing with a bunch of other certified naturally grown folks in the area, maybe I would look harder at going to certified organic. But certified naturally grown, you still follow the organic practices and you're still following the record keeping and the management processes. So, building up soil is the goal of it. And so the difference there, we're not paying for that stamp and we're not paying for an inspector. Our closest inspector would be coming from Alabama. And it just hasn't been a great need yet. for us to take that next step.
So really, at a base level, it's the same thing, only it's a different stamp.
Yeah, it maybe people wouldn't hold it to as high of a standard because another farmer is doing the inspection, and you probably could cheat on it, but it's a personal value thing that I'm going to be doing stuff that even there's sprays that you can use in certified organic that I don't even use, so it's like you could be doing worse things and still be certified organic or certified naturally grown, but as a personal value thing, that's yeah, I'm growing the food that I would want to eat and would want to feed my family, and that's I think that's probably a better deal.